Eric Muathe, Muathe.com. Let's take a look at Lululemon's all data monthly chart, and we are going to see some things pop up. Number one, let's take a look at the time when the stock was having this massive move here, 09 to about 2012, and we can see that that move began. So if we go back and check, we can see a couple of observations here that the RSI broke out during this period, which also coincides with the MACD moving to all-time highs. So we see that during the period, which is here, this period here coincides nicely, so we can draw it somewhere there. So this move, when the stock was trading at about, let's call it about $5, $6, $7 here, it broke out in price. So that price breakout there corresponded with the RSI breaking out to all-time highs, MACDs moving to all-time highs. So that's why the stock started moving here at about $6, $7. Okay, and then we see there was another breakout also somewhere during this breakout at about $14, $15. So there was another breakout, and which is the one we are going to spend some time looking at. This breakout here corresponded with the RSI right there breaking out again. So we're talking about this new period here. RSI breaks out right there. Hope you can see that. So this breakout beginning of 2010, we can see here that the MACDs also jumped to all-time highs right there, and we can see that the main MACD was also moving to fresh all-time highs at the time. That's why the stock blasted higher. And so let's take a look at that second breakout, which is this breakout here. And so this is the breakout that began. This second breakout took the stock to $80 or so in about 2 years. Now, if you draw a line around this breakout right there, so there's a line right there that makes a lot of sense over the last couple of years. In fact, you can see that this was the breakout entry for that breakout there. The stock held support here for this re-entry on the same line. It bounced on the same line here for another re-entry period here. It bounced on the same line again for another re-entry, and it also bounced here with double bottom support for these lows here. Now, ever since the stock broke down, you can see that it has changed its behavior. So there was a break below the green line there in 2013, which corresponds with this movement. We haven't been back to those levels since then, and every time the stock stalls with uniform action, so rejection with uniform action above the green line and back below it for the highs there, double top rejection, hope you can see that. So there's double top here for the highs right there, and right now we are coming and showing rejection on that green line. So using this monthly chart, the idea here is that we are showing resistance on a month-to-month basis in an area that either has been bullish or bearish. Right now the monthly chart is giving a bearish signal for LULU. So right now on a monthly chart, you can't ignore this sell signal right there with the rejection at the green line. Now there's also a couple of other considerations. If you take the top side of the monthly chart RSI, and you can draw it this way, you can see right now we are coming to show potential for resistance. That's one way to draw it, or this way. Either way, you end up with the same conclusion, that right now the stock is coming back to test that top side, and potentially looks like it could easily be coming to an area where it could stall. So right now, coming back and hitting that line right there. So that is another reason on a monthly chart why there could be a pullback on a month-to-month basis. And there's yet another way to look at this. If you take the weekly closing high there and the weekly closing high here, and then here, you form a straight line, as you can see. So right now, again, we see the evidence here that the stock is coming back to test the top side of its trend line on the price, and more than likely right now we are looking at resistance. So you have resistance in price and resistance also on the monthly RSI, suggesting month to month more than likely the stock is setting up for a down move. Eric Muathe, Muathe.com. Of course, we shall see. Good luck, peace, and blessings. ERIC. Woo!